Hello, back again. Another model today, and again I'm not trying to keep it either short or long. Basically I'm going to do what I think is needed here. So basically a gesture form, a gesture or an axis, which is basically something like this, kneecap, and we don't have the foot on this one, on this model. But it's an amazing, lovely gesture that she's got. You'll see it at the end. So an axis line. Got the head here. Chin. Head moving slightly backwards. And then you have the elbow here. This shoulder drops. This side drops here. It's very funny pose with that dropping off her elbow here. And you got the arm, hand, and then the hips here. Hips, one, and the next one. And then you have hip, again onto the hip. This is a much more of a turn inwards shape of the foot. Actually, you've got a lot of shadow here. Then the shadow, a big shadow or cast shadow of the arm above the body. Middle tone here. A belly. As I said, the elbow comes right down here. Lower arm. As I said, I'm not worried about the time because it might take longer than I wanted it to take, but we're getting there. Then you have from the hand a vertical line, or the hand goes this way, vertical line, and that gives me the wrist of the other hand, of the left hand. So the right hand wrist with the drop it down, drop it this way, a vertical line that will give me the wrist of the other side here, of the other arm. And then you have the thigh. Could go a little bit longer there with the thigh, make it a bit wider. Her left thigh. Her palms, kneecap. Calf. And let's concentrate a little bit more on the portrait. It's moving out of focus here. Concentrate a bit more on the portrait. Nose. Eye socket. Hair. Lower arm. Upper shoulder. Shoulder. Then you have the chin, mouth, which is kind of open. Need to push the nose and the lip and the eyebrow a bit further up. Yes, that's better. Push them up a little bit more. Eye socket here. Get the nose here. Mouth is half open. Lower lip. Chin. Hairline. As I said, as much as I would like you to do it quickly and cheerfully, I am trying to do something different here. Keeping the gesture, but not necessarily as quick as possible. So trying to define the fingers the way that they're looking at and the design of the stance or the movement that she's having here. So have one finger really close to the cheek. And here. Chin, chin, chin here. And the forehead here. Nose again. Forehead. Hair again. As I said, I want to do that turn of her head. And the shoulder. Get some darks here from my charcoal, so I can see this mid-tone here. Now the rest of her shoulder is quite high up, especially this one on the left hand side. I'm getting my stump, some charcoal dust with the stump, and I need to push that a little bit more backwards, which is the shoulder really. There. I mean, the elbow there. Belly. Cast shadow of the left thigh to the right thigh. Bit more shoulder here, and that is a bit more of a straight line here, down here. I think I brought it too much to the left. She's wearing, that's her breast, wearing a bra. And you're having a hip here. A bit more of a thigh here, a bit more of a thigh. Reveal a bit more of thigh because I think it's a bit too small. There, that's a straight line here. And knee cup, the shoulder there, and the knee cup here. A bit wider. And a bit more knee cup here. So push it outside a bit more. There. There. Okay. A bit more thigh here. Round it. More roundness of the thigh. There. That's the bra here. Give her a bit more of a volume here on the bra and some highlight on the bra up. And then I have the flesh separating the bra and the flesh here. And that elbow I think was a bit too far off to the right. Bra here. General soft tone. Okay, and then some shadow here. And I think I need to lower that a little bit more. What I'm saying is that the elbow here on the original image goes right above the horizontal line above the belly button. So here, to bring it down, but not too low either. Plus that, it's a shadow. I want to lose that line here. create a shadow here. I know there's a separation of body and arm, but I want to keep it like this. I want to keep it a bit vague. Collarbone. And let's get a little bit work in here. Let's work a little bit the putty rubber. It's the time for putty rubber to take some control here. That's the middle finger. Index finger here. Ring finger. That's the hand. Wrist. Back of the chin. Is a here on the chin we have a little bit of roundness of the chin up here. Then we have the lower part of the lower lip, light upper lip, nose, forehead, and let's bring this arm with some highlights here. Bone structure. That line merges with the body. The upper line of the lower arm merges with the body tone, with the tonal value of the body. Then you have the wrist coming down here. Then fingers. Then we have here thigh, then shoulder up here, the rounds of the shoulder. I'm trying to bring up her head a little bit. Light on the face. Trim it down because she's looking up. She's looking up. And the forehead is right above her shoulder. So I think I need to do two things. Either push the forehead back, that I'm doing now, or move the shoulder. But I think pushing the forehead is easier. No, it's putty rubber here. Putty rubber work. Roundness of the face. Fingers. Yes, the nose needs to be pushed back a little bit. Yeah. Nose needs to be pushed back a little bit. More of an angle. The mouth is open. But also that needs to be stopped here. Eyebrow. Nose. Hair. Lighter. Chin moves forward a little bit more. Softer lips. Lose them all. Roundness of the chin. Raised hair. And elbow. A bit more pointed elbow. Light. And kneecap. Kneecap here, a bit lighter. Move. Bring that hip, which is a lot more visible here. It's beautiful at the hip here, the way it looks. So let's not ignore that. This is a key feature. It's where the bones are connected with the muscles. Or with the upper body. So that's something not to be missed. And this dark is a little bit less dark here. A bit less dark. And this line more rounded. More rounded. And as I said earlier, there is no such a line. Well, there's no dark line here. It's very soft, and the flesh tone is merged. So I cannot separate these two legs. I mean, I could, but I think it's better to leave it as it is. So there's no such a line, a defined line. Okay, the thigh is there. Now a little bit more of a... Actually, I don't want to emphasize this line here, but I think I cannot avoid that because it's quite intense, this line. And then here, add bone structure. And here, a bone structure, which is basically where the upper arm and the lower arm meet. How about I give that a little bit more of a darker shadow and create a line by adding a little bit of background here. That works better. Bring back the head again, a bit further back. And the nose, bring up the nose a bit more. See, I'm trying to make it accurate here. I mean, especially the movement of the head upwards. Well, of course, it's not easy. And the only way to work it, or the most effective way to work it, in my view, is to do horizontal line, vertical lines, and angles. Okay, and some reflected light in between. There. All right, now I need to work on that wrist because it's huge. Upper mouth, lower mouth, lower lip, upper lip. I said my upper mouth, I mean upper lip. Nose. Now some highlight here. First of all, let's push back the wrist. Push back the wrist. That's where the lower arm meets the upper arm. Some grinding here of charcoal on sandpaper. That gives me a very sharp edge so I can come back and redefine this. let's see again, arm and vertical line to the wrist, vertical line to the wrist, so the wrist comes here. Fingers are here. We don't see them, but they're there. You have the kneecap. A bit more dust. Push this back. A bit more darks. I think I can lower it a bit, pants here. Yeah, that works better. Hip and the thigh. Hip and the thigh, okay. And some shadow here. Soft tonal value. Give that roundness of the thigh. Cast shadow. Okay, that's the thigh and the cuff. Actually, I don't see much cuff here. Just a little bit. Kneecap again. Shin. Again, working on the kneecap. And cuff. Okay, I think it's okay as it is, but I want to give it some more darks. Shadows, just more darker shadows. And lower this. Keep an eye on that class because her shoulder, that's high here, high, and that is low. That side of the shoulder is low. So her right shoulder is high, left shoulder is lower. So keep in mind this when you start drawing your task. That's a collarbone working here. Collarbone on that side too. So that shoulder, her right shoulder, is higher than her left shoulder. there. And it's a bit more rounded as well. More rounded here. Like a ball, like a sphere. And the fingers. Here we are. Okay, well, I think it's not much to be done, much more than that. I guess the gesture is there, the proportions, and the shadows are pretty much okay. I'll continue now with different light in here, so a bit of scratching of basically the some charcoal and use some charcoal dust. So I want to do some more things here, but I want to do it, and you will see it as a hyperlapse, as in it's not needed for me to talk anymore. You will see some more basically more drawing going on around here, but hyperlapsed. So there's no need to talk for me to talk again. You'll see those things moving on. All right.